The all-time Pittsburgh Steelers and the all-time Dallas Cowboys, and a beautiful day from Heinz Field in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Rosters and sliders are still being worked out right now as we bring you the greatest players in Steelers history against the greatest players in Cowboys history. We are underway. Nick Rice on hand. Deion Sanders from a few yards deep gets a block and is wrapped up at the 24-yard line. Dallas has many great perennial Pro Bowl quarterbacks, but only one named Mr. Comeback. That is the product out of Navy, six-time Pro Bowler and a Hall of Famer, Roger Staubach. He won the starting quarterback job in front of Troy Aikman, Tony Romo, and even a guy on the preseason roster battling for the spot into the final 53 in Dak Prescott. 1st and 10, Staubach and the Cowboys go run to begin, and Smith is taken down at the 24-yard line. Mel Blount makes the stop. This Cowboys offense is loaded with Jason Witten at the forefront at tight end, Michael Irvin and Bob Hayes at receiver. Don Perkins is the fullback, and right in front of him, there he is, Emmitt Smith, the 8-time Pro Bowler and the league's all-time leading rusher, Emmitt Smith. 2nd down, he'll dot the I at the 25-yard line. Hayes is the man in motion, and they'll go run with Smith, and he's taken down. Jack Ham makes the stop. He's one of the leaders of that Pittsburgh defense. Troy Polamalu, the player to watch at safety, with Rod Woodson, Joe Green, Jack Ham, and Jack Lambert rounding out the Pittsburgh defense. 3rd down and 11 yards to go for this legendary Dallas offense at the 23-yard line. Staubach against the 4-man rush, throws to Witten for the 1st down. Butler makes the stop on a gain of 14 to Jason Witten. And a 1st down for Dallas. He is 20th on the all-time receiving yardage list. Incredible spot for a tight end to be that high in the NFL. Staubach's going to run it for the first time today, and the quarterback has a 1st down to the Pittsburgh 49, a gain of 14. Just an incredible run from Roger Staubach. And the Cowboys, through 4 plays, already in Pittsburgh territory. Draw to Smith. He is spun down by Ham on a gain of 3. Dallas is the leading all-time NFL team in win percentage. That's 57.5%. That shows you how much parity there is in the NFL. Just over a 500 record, first all-time. Staubach hit as he throws. And that is incomplete. An outstanding job from that Pittsburgh line, with many of the defenders from that legendary defense of the 1970s, including the greatest team in NFL history, 1978. Staubach goes deep, and Hayes makes the catch. 29-yard gain to one of the fastest players in NFL history. That's Bob Hayes for the 1st down. Mel Blount is maybe as good of a competitor against Hayes as you could have. He took a hit from Donnie Shell at the end of it. It's a 1st down into the Steeler red zone. A masterful drive delivered by Mr. Comeback. He's getting it done early, Roger Staubach. Tony Dorsett down to the 15 where Mel Blount makes the stop. The Cowboys are not only first all-time in win percentage, Dallas is also one of the greatest postseason teams of all time, as Dorsett gets drilled by Rod Woodson. They are tied for 3rd with 36 all-time playoff wins, and tied for 3rd in NFL history with 5 Super Bowl titles. Their greatest team was the '92 club, which humiliated Buffalo in the Super Bowl. Cowboys put together a great drive, but DeMarco Murray and the Cowboys stall and will be forced to settle for the field goal. This is Dan Bailey, the Pro Bowler out of Oklahoma State, from 29 yards away. Out of the hold from Aikman, the kick is good. 2:56 to play in the 1st quarter from Pittsburgh. And the Cowboys score on their opening drive and lead the game by 3. Bailey powers away the kickoff for Dallas. Reeled in by Lynn Swann at the 2-yard line. He makes a man miss. There goes Swann. Taken down by Williams at the 37. A great return, setting up Big Ben Roethlisberger to begin this game. Well, Terry Bradshaw is the Hall of Fame quarterback that many believed would earn the starting quarterback position, and he certainly, with a strong preseason of the upcoming Dream Season Football League, he could very well earn the starting quarterback spot, but at this moment, it's Big Ben hit as he throws. There's Heath Miller with a 23-yard catch and a Pittsburgh first down to the Dallas 40. Some throw from Roethlisberger on a rope to the tight end. First down to the Cowboy 40. Harris inside. Spilled at the 36-yard line by Howley. The Pittsburgh offense with Antonio Brown as a player to watch on that left side joins John Henry Johnson, Franco Harris, Heath Miller, and John Stallworth as the starting offense for this outstanding football team. Pittsburgh has been around for nearly a century. 91 seasons in the National Football League. A pitch to Harris, and he's taken down to the 34-yard line. Again, Howley on the stop. The Dallas defense features Bob Lilly, Randy White, Deion Sanders, and Cliff Harris, along with one of the best pass rushers in NFL history, the linebacker DeMarcus Ware. Late in the first, 3-0 Dallas, but the Steelers have put together a great drive. 3 receivers are in. Roethlisberger fires over the middle, and that's knocked away. And they'll settle for a long field goal here from Sean Swisham, 52 yards away. Out of the hold of Terry Bradshaw, the kick is up, it's long enough, and Swisham hits it. The kick is good. We're tied at 3 as both teams kick field goals to end their opening drives. And here comes the deep kickoff here, reeled in by Sanders at the goal line. On the left sideline, he breaks a tackle. There goes Deion to the 50, to the 40. One to beat down the left sideline for Deion Sanders, and he's taken down to the 8-yard line. What a return from Deion Sanders. That goes down as a 93-yard run back for Deion, who did it all for Dallas in the 90s, also a member of the all-time 49ers and the all-time Falcons. Smith is the single setback. He gets the call, races to his right, and Ham meets him at the 5. That brings up 2nd and goal with time winding down in the first period. From the 5, on the right hash, it's the Cowboys. 5 yards away, here's Novacek in motion. And they'll keep it on the ground with the tailback. Dorsett taken down by Ham with the 4, and that will conclude the first quarter. We've played 8 minutes from Heinz Field and are tied at 3. Welcome back. A good football game between the blue blood, legendary blue chip franchises in the National Football League, Dallas and Pittsburgh, 2 of the winningest franchises as well in NFL history. Staubach on a deep drop, fires to Witten in the end zone. Touchdown Dallas. Wasn't a very long drive, but a successful one as Dallas takes the lead on a Staubach to Witten touchdown. And now Bailey checks in for the extra point, and that kick is good, a good hold from Troy Aikman. Jason Witten, one of the greatest receiving tight ends, one of the greatest receivers of all time, reels in the touchdown. Let's check out that play again. Just an outstanding throw for the touchdown to Witten. 7:58 left in the first half, 10-3 Dallas. Here's the kickoff from Bailey. He drives it to Rod Woodson, who has down the ball for a touchback. Rod Woodson is right up there with the 99 club for one of the greatest defensive players in NFL history. And at DB, he's as highly rated as anybody. His career stacks up against everyone as maybe the greatest defensive back of all time. Roethlisberger lobs it to the right, and that pass is incomplete. People will talk about guys like Mel Blount and Deion Sanders, and even present day with Darrelle Revis and how good he is, and other great corners. But Rod Woodson was all-time great with the Steelers and even late in his career with Baltimore. Harris on a draw is taken down for a loss. The blitzing Micah Parsons with his outstanding start to his Dallas career. He is the starting linebacker for the all-time Cowboys. Just an incredible athlete and a great pass rusher, too. On a 3rd down and 12, Miller is the man in motion as they're going to throw it with Roethlisberger. He is taken down by the aforementioned Parsons. It's a 3-and-out for the offense on a Micah Parsons sack. And they'll bring out the punt team after the 3-and-out from the offense. This is Jordan Berry, a present-day punter out of the University of Eastern Kentucky. He drives it away to Sanders at the 39-yard line, and he is wrapped up with a 49 by Ike Taylor, a return of 10. 6:36 left in a dramatic first half out of Heinz Field. The all-time Cowboys lead the game 10-3. Dallas will bring out 3 receivers here at the 49-yard line. And they'll begin the drive with Smith in the running game. And he powers his way to the Steeler 45. Not very productive numbers early for Smith. That was his best run of the day, giving him 2 yards a carry for the Cowboys. About 6 minutes left in the half. On 2nd down, they'll pitch it. Smith loses the football. Picked up by Blunt, who forced the fumble. And Mel Blunt's going to take it all the way for a Steelers touchdown. What a play. Mel Blunt with the hit and with the touchdown. Sean Sweesham for the extra point, and the kick is good. 5:54 left in the first half. We're tied at 10. Just some play from Mel Blunt. Let's check out that play again. Emmitt Smith had no chance. He met Blunt as soon as he received the pitch, lost the ball. Blunt picked it up himself and ran the distance. And with 5:54 left in the first half, the Cowboys and Steelers are tied at 10. Hayes from the 4-yard line brings it back to the 20 and is taken down to the 29-yard line, setting up the Cowboys with good starting field position to begin their next drive. Dallas had full control of the game with the ball in the touchdown lead before the Smith fumble. They'll line up as the single setback of the 29-yard line. Steelers bring the blitz. They'll run it off left tackle, and Smith is caught and dropped by Lawrence Timmons. The all-time Cowboys, 5-time world champions. This legendary franchise against the legendary all-time Steelers. Smith on the inside breaks a tackle. A strong run from Smith as he's near the first down. In so many great running back rooms, you've got 1, maybe 2 legends, but the Cowboys running back room might be the best in NFL history, led by Smith. Staubach is hit as he throws, and Pearson dropped it, and the offense goes 3-and-out. Emmitt Smith is the starter, but Tony Dorsett, another Hall of Famer, is right behind him, and both guys rank in the top 10 all-time in rushing, so they're the only team to say that. They have running backs galore, and then behind them, a couple of great athletes. As Woodson gets decked to the 21-yard line. Calvin Hill, a longtime great. DeMarco Murray and Don Perkins round out the running back room for the Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott on the preseason roster has a chance to beat out DeMarco Murray for that 4th-string running back position. Franco Harris topped at the line of scrimmage. The Steelers have a great running back room too, led by Franco Harris. The bus, Jerome Bettis and Le'Veon Bell behind him, with Bill Dudley rounding out the running back room, and John Henry Johnson is the fullback. Franco Harris taken down by Cliff Harris for a 2-yard loss. A strong start to the game for these offenses. But after a fumble from Smith, it seemed both have really cooled off to close this first half. On a 3rd down, Roethlisberger fires to the right, and Stallworth won't get close. Now add yards to the punt as Dion goes down. We certainly hope that he's going to be okay. 3:22 left in the half. Jordan Berry in for his 2nd punt in as many drives as the Steelers yet again go 3-and-out. He sends away a wobbling end-over-end punt. Renfro at the 28-yard line is stacked up by Henry Johnson at the 38. 3:13 left in the first half. Nick Rice in hand, the greatest Steelers against the greatest Cowboys in NFL history. And of course, it is ever fluid. 64 seasons of Cowboys football, 91 seasons of Steelers football. And Dallas sets up at their own 38-yard line. Smith with a hole, met by Polamalu and then decked by Butler. An 8-yard gain to begin this Cowboy drive. Second down and 2 yards to go after that outstanding run from Smith. Staubach pulls in the low snap. Hit as he throws. Owens on a deep slant. Gain of 10 for T.O. and a first down. He was a controversial addition to the all-time Cowboys, considering how short his career was, just 2 years at the Star. But those 2 years were outstanding, including the 07 campaign. Hayes gets drilled at the 37-yard line. Known as a great Eagle and 49er, but T.O. also had one outstanding season as an All-Pro with the Cowboys, in his third all-time in receiving in his career. Staubach out of the 2-minute warning, goes deep to Michael, and he makes the catch down to the 6-yard line on a gain of 31. That was some play to Michael Irvin for the first down. And as these teams take a quick breath, we head out of the 2-minute warning with 1st and goal from the 6-yard line. Cowboys will spread out 4 receivers here. Staubach with the snap, sets up the screen. Smith, in a disastrous situation, is buried for a loss. This is their 3rd trip into the red zone. As you can see, they've been perfect so far, just about. The 1 field goal and the touchdown to Jason Witten on their last red zone drive. Starters in throughout. Sliders and rosters still are being worked on as of now. Staubach with a deep drop, flips it over the middle, and Drew Pearson gets halfway to the goal line. It's 3rd and goal from before. And the Cowboys will head up to the line with a tight end and a fullback. They'll run the ball with Smith, and he gets crushed at the 3-yard line. That was a perplexing decision from the coaching staff, and he gets rocked by James Harrison. The Cowboys will be forced to settle for the field goal as the offense stalls at the 3-yard line. Bailey for the lead. Out of the hold from Aikman, the kick is right down Broadway, and Dallas takes us 13-10, second quarter lead. And with that, we're just about ready to kick this one away. This is Bailey, who powers it downfield, reeled in by Woodson at the goal line, out to the 15, and Rod Woodson is taken down at the 22-yard line with 50 seconds left in the half. Sean Sweesom, a very capable long-distance kicker, 9 kicks from beyond 50 in his career. First down to the 22 for Big Ben, who's 5th on the all-time passing list in NFL history. Roethlisberger against a 4-man rush, checks it down. Brown wrapped up by Parsons, and a timeout is called by Pittsburgh. And Chuck Noll, the head coach of the Steelers. Mike Tomlin, Bill Cowher, also the other great coaches for them. Roethlisberger goes deep, and that pass is caught by Brown. Harris makes the stop on a 43-yard pass play. Steelers go no huddle with a half minute to go in the second quarter. Third play of the drive, Brown. Here's Roethlisberger back over the middle to Antonio Brown, who's dropped at the 30. And that will keep the clock running. Pittsburgh have 1 timeout left. Cowboys bring 3. Roethlisberger fires into the end zone. Jump ball. And it's a bit underthrown. Darren Woodson knocks it away from John Stallworth. Now, the Steelers better be careful here. With the play that takes too much time, they may end any opportunity for points before the half, but they're going for the end zone here. Roethlisberger instead is taken down for a sack. Timeout, Pittsburgh. So now they have a much more difficult 55-yarder for Sean Swisham, but they're going to bring it out there. The kick is on the way, and it's off of the right upright. Tough pill to swallow for the Steelers. They had field goal range. That would have been long enough had Roethlisberger not been sacked. Instead, the Cowboys get one crack at it. Final play of the first half. Staubach shoots it deep, and it's a bit underthrown and knocked away by Woodson. Incomplete. 2 quarters in the books, plenty of fireworks in this one from beautiful Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. The all-time Cowboys with the narrow lead at the break. It's 13-10 on the road for the all-time Dallas Cowboys. Welcome back to beautiful Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. A 75-degree day from Heinz Field. Perfect football weather for the two perfect blue blood franchises, Dallas and Pittsburgh. The Cowboys are tied for third in Super Bowls with 5. The Steelers are the league leaders, tied with the Patriots with 6 world championships. Now, these are 2 championship programs all time. The Steelers are also tied for third along with the Cowboys with 36 playoff wins, 10th in win percentage. Roethlisberger goes deep to Brown. He slips a tackle, and Antonio Brown will not be caught. 80-yard touchdown. What a play. Antonio Brown all the way for the score. He is one of the fastest receivers in the league, and the Cowboys had no answer for his breakaway run. And 80 yards later, the Steelers are back in front. Antonio Brown's career certainly marred by what he did afterwards, but all-time great stuff. 4 catches for 128 yards and a touchdown. What a player this guy is, Antonio Brown. The distance as he beats Renfro in the defense. Antonio Brown, future Hall of Famer, a 7-time Pro Bowler out of Central Michigan, 24th all-time in career receiving yards. Now Renfro loses the ball, and Lloyd recovers. And he's taken down to the 22-yard line. A disastrous day with the turnovers for Dallas. Jack Lambert forced the fumble, and the Steelers take over. First down to the 22-yard line. Harris is the deep back, but they're going to throw it. Roethlisberger against the blitz, taken down again. That's Micah Parsons with his 2nd sack. He is arguably the greatest pass-rushing middle linebacker in NFL history, outside, of course, a far different story with guys like LT and Deacon, and I'd have to think about outside linebacker, in fact. But LT first comes to mind, of course. Franco Harris gains 11 on the run. We've got a man down. And that'll certainly hurt the Cowboy defense, too. We saw Dion go down with an injury in the first half, and he has yet to return. Cowboys a bit short-handed right now. Roethlisberger throws outside in a 3rd and 5. Even if he made the catch in bounds, it doesn't do much. They say, yes, he did pull it in. 7 of 10 with 159 yards and a touchdown today for Big Ben Roethlisberger. But the offense stalls after the Lloyd fumble recovery. Swisham splits the uprights, and the Steelers add to their lead. 20-13 Pittsburgh. So the Steelers will kick it off. This is Jordan Berry, who drives this one deep. End over end to Sanders in the end zone with a head of steam. He's at the 15 and gets rocked. And Sanders is down. Just when he returns, Lambert pushes him back out of the game. Now the Cowboys will take over at their own 19-yard line. Of course, the offense got off to such a great start, but have only scored a field goal in the last quarter and a half here. Harrison meets Smith on a run for no gain. That has been a common theme today for the Cowboy running back. first all-time in rushing yards. Emmitt Smith, no show today. He's in the block. Staubach looks, and Smith didn't block very well, else C. Greenwood got him for the sack. And there's one of the premier pass rushers, a four-time Pro Bowler, Arkansas Pine Bluff product, L.C. Greenwood. Under duress, it's Greenwood who got him again. Back-to-back quarterback sacks. And Matt McBriar, two-time Pro Bowler out of Hawaii, will punt this one away with his heels near the back line. From the shadows of their own goalpost, McBriar belts this one downfield. Reeled in by Woodson to the 46-yard line, and he gets to the 45. Taken down by the Cowboys' Calvin Hill. 4:39 left in the third quarter, that is. Nick Rice in hand from sun-soaked Heinz Field in Pittsburgh. All-time Steelers, all-time Cowboys. Pittsburgh with the ball and a touchdown lead. Jet sweep, Stallworth slashes to the 40. Micah Parsons makes the stop. Well, it seems no matter what happens and who's on the field for these two franchises, they're going to go down when it's all said and done. Really, they already are, but certainly when it's all said and done, these teams, George Andre with the tackle for loss, as all-time great franchises. I mean, these teams have the best fan bases, basically. I mean, of course, there's plenty of competition, but in terms of all-time great franchises, these two are definitely among the best. It'll be very exciting to see these teams compete in a full Madden 12 season to determine the greatest franchise of all time. These teams will not play each other during the regular season, so it's a fun hypothetical matchup. 4th and 2, Roethlisberger's going to go for it, and that was a bad idea. Andre wraps him up immediately. It's a 4th down stop from the Dallas defense. A very aggressive call from the Steelers, giving Dallas a short field with 3:26 left in the third. First down and 10 yards to go. Staubach looks deep, but he's going to run it instead. First down to the 50. Staubach, a very capable runner, gains 19 on the ground. Roger Staubach, captain comeback in a place that he's very comfortable in behind late in the ball game. First down to the 40 with 2:48 left. Staubach fires over the middle, no chance. Rod Woodson has picked him off, one of the greatest corners in NFL history, taken down at the 45-yard line. Roger Staubach was an all-time great scrambler during his days in the 70s with over 2,200 career rushing yards and 20 touchdowns, but his pass after the scramble is a complete disaster. Ward is taken down at midfield. That is his first reception. The all-time Steelers receiving core is incredible, and of course, leading the way with 128 yards today is Antonio Brown. Roethlisberger flips it over the middle to Ward, another catch, and another Steeler first down. His second reception. Those are a look at his numbers. 77% completions, nearly 200 yards and a touchdown. A very efficient day for Big Ben. Late in the third, Steelers up 7. They're going to run it against the blitz. Harris powers his way to the 31. A strong 7-yard carry for Franco, the Hall of Fame fullback out of Penn State. Franco is currently 15th on the all-time rushing list. In front of him, the bus at 8th. Roethlisberger on second down. He's going to run it. Makes a man miss. There goes Big Ben. And no one's going to stop him. Touchdown, Pittsburgh Steelers. Roger Staubach, a dynamic scrambler, but the best run of the day out of a quarterback is from Big Ben Roethlisberger. What a play, and the Steelers add to their lead. That was the play of the day as Sweeson drills the extra point. First run of the ball game. 31 yards from Big Ben for a touchdown. Let's check out that run again. I mean, just an incredible play from Big Ben as he gets right through Cliff Harris on that left side and takes it all the way. 53 seconds to go in the third. Pittsburgh in full control, up 27-13. Renfro from a few yards deep races to the 15. And we'll get to about the 20 where Lynn Swan makes the stop. So that all-time Steelers receiving core is incredible. But first, let's check out the all-time Cowboys wide receivers. They have 4 Pro Football Hall of Famers. That's Dallas. I mean, this receiving core is all-time great. As Smith motors to the 26. That is a gain of 7. Michael Irvin, Drew Pearson, Terrell Owens, and Bob Hayes. 4 Hall of Famers at wide receiver. And to round out the list, CeeDee Lamb and Des Bryant are there as well. But they have guys like Miles Austin, who certainly could earn a roster spot. He'll be on the preseason roster for them. Perkins with the catch and the first down. That is a gain of 7. And that'll do it. Third quarter complete. Steelers in control, up 27-13. And as we begin the fourth quarter, Tony Hill also on the preseason roster. With a great preseason in the upcoming DSFL year, he could very easily earn a spot into the final 53 at wideout. There's 6 guys that are going to be on the Cowboys receiving core. 4 Hall of Famers. They're shoe-ins: T.O., Bob Hayes, Michael Irvin, Drew Pearson. But CeeDee Lamb we'll see, and Des Bryant we'll see. T.O., big catch. First down to begin the fourth quarter. They went with the no huddle, and it pays off for them with the Dallas first down. Irvin is split to the offense's left-hand side. 3 receivers, and they'll run it. Draw to Smith inside, and he takes a tumble to the 34. 6th tackle of the game. It's been an outstanding effort from Jack Lambert. Off of the no huddle, Staubach under duress. He's going to run it. First flag of the game. This one may be a hold. A hold on Zach Martin.
Repeat, second down.
And with 7:02 left in the ball game, this Cowboys offense suffers a tough break. They'll be backed up to the 44 on 2nd and 16. Witten is the motion man. Steelers bring a delay blitz. Check down to Owens, who gains a couple. Staubach is 11 of 15 with 134 yards, a touchdown, and an interception. One of the 3 turnovers for the all-time Cowboys today. 3rd and 13. Staubach against the 4-man rush. Deep ball to Michael Irvin, and he is gone. Touchdown, Dallas. The playmaker with a huge catch and run. And the Cowboys are right back in the game with a play they had to have. These are 2 of the highest rated all-time defenses, Dallas and Pittsburgh, but they've been little match for the excellence of the guys behind center. Roger Staubach of the Cowboys and Big Ben for the Steelers. Michael Irvin, 2 catches, 72 yards, and the touchdown. His big catch set up a half-ending field goal for Dallas, and then, of course, the touchdown to put the Cowboys back in the game. Brown from the goal line on the numbers of the 20. He is dragged down at the 26-yard line. Perennial Pro Bowler Everson Walls makes the stop for Dallas. 6:06 left in the ball game. 27-20 Pittsburgh in what is a back-and-forth football game. With 3 receivers, first down, Roethlisberger against the rush from Ware, throws to Miller, who dropped the football, incomplete. Now, neither team has a necessarily dominant tight end room. More so, the Steelers have their issues than the Cowboys, but still, it is a relatively thin tight end position for the Steelers. Brown wrapped up at the 30. Heath Miller, 2-time Pro Bowler out of Virginia, is the starting tight end, but Eric Green and Benny Cunningham, who did not make a single Pro Bowl, round out the tight end group for Pittsburgh. Dallas with, of course, Jason Witten, Billy Joe Dupree, and Jay Novacek. A better tight end room for them. Stallworth dropped it, but he was most likely not going to gain the first down anyways. With 5:25 left, Jordan Berry, one of the premier punters in the game, will send this one away. Jordan Berry drives it deep. Wobbling punt on the hash. It's returnable for Sanders at the 24-yard line. And John Henry Johnson makes the stop at the 30. Dallas does its job on defense, and now Staubach and the offense can tie it with a 70-yard touchdown drive. They'll set up shop at the 30. Crowd on its feet to root on the defense. Staubach against that excellent defense goes deep to Irvin. One to beat, and Blunt makes the stop. 35 yards on the catch to Michael. And he beats Blunt badly again. Brown with over 100 yards, and now Michael Irvin of the Cowboys over the century mark today. First down at the 35-yard line, 4:45 left in the game. In regulation, that is. Staubach on a deep drop. They're going to throw it. And that is knocked away by Timmons. You can see the Cowboys don't have much faith in the running game, which is perplexing considering the guys up front and the Hall of Fame tandem of Dorsett and Smith. Third straight pass as they've abandoned the run. This really a screen, an extended run, and they couldn't get it into Smith as the Steelers were all over it. It seems the Pittsburgh game plan is to just completely shut down the running backs. And it's worked out for him for good portions of the game, but Michael has absolutely benefited. Staubach throws a slant. CeeDee Lamb in stride as first down yardage on a gain of 13. A two-time Pro Bowler out of Oklahoma with the catch, and with 4:05 left in the game, it's 27-20 Pittsburgh. Witten races in motion. First down, and here's Staubach to pass. And he's taken down by Lawrence Timmons for the sack. The Steelers' pass rush has been incredible, led by L.C. Greenwood, but now Timmons gets involved to back up the offense to the 30-yard line. Pro Bowl out of Florida State, Lawrence Timmons with his first sack of the game. Owens the catch, and Owens goes down. That'll certainly hurt the receiver room. Pearson joins Bryant. Irvin out wide, and on 3rd and 9, here is Staubach, who is under duress again, and James Harrison has got him. A Super Bowl moment to remember for James Harrison, 5-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro for Debo out of Kent State. James Harrison, 45-yard field goal after his sack, and the kick from Bailey is good. You never know if those points are going to help out later in the game, but the Steelers still lead with 2:43 to play. And Bailey drives the kick downfield. Brown from a yard in the end zone. Won't get much past the 10 before he's met and dropped by Roy Williams. They'll mark him down to the 15. 2:39 left in an exhilarating ball game between the two blue chip franchises that have defined the National Football League for many, many years, and a preview of the upcoming all-time franchises season. Harris on the call, gets into the secondary and picks up the first down on a gain of 11, 9 for 28 for Franco, the Hall of Famer. And on the other end with a 2-minute warning, the Steelers have first down. They need one first down to basically ice the win unless they get it on this play. Harris races to the right. And a spill to the line, timeout Dallas, and now the situation is crystal clear. First down, and you win the game. From the 26. A run inside, Harris gets a block, and motors at the 31, timeout. The Dallas defense just one stop away on this 3rd and 5 from giving Staubach and company a chance to win the game. Gut run to Le'Veon Bell, and he will not get it. Timeout Dallas. Chuck Cowley and Micah Parsons combined for the tackle. And they'll bring in Jordan Berry for the Steelers' punt. Dallas out of timeouts. This is their last chance. Berry sends this one away. Deep punt, but returnable on a spiral for Sanders. And he takes a tumble to the 27. Glenn Edwards makes the stop, and it all comes down to this. 101 seconds left in the game. Roger Staubach, who's had a strong performance outside of the interception to Woodson, a chance to be the hero, and Captain Comeback has done this many times before. He looks, shuffles right. Staubach looking deep, and he throws it. Jump ball, this might be a bit too far outside, and it's knocked away by Donnie Shell. Drew Pearson the 3-time Pro Bowler and the Hall of Famer out of Tulsa, the intended target. 1:33 left in the ball game. From the 27. Steelers lead it by 4. Blitz is coming. Staubach guns it deep downfield into double coverage. Tipped away by Polamalu and incomplete. Setting up 3rd down and 10 yards to go. Cowboys with 3 receivers in. Before they get a touchdown, they may want to think about a 1st down. Staubach launches to the sideline. Hayes makes the catch, and he's got that 1st down with 1:22 to go. That was a clutch throw from Roger Staubach, and he keeps the chains moving with 82 seconds left to go. Out of timeouts. Steelers bring 4. Staubach with time. Gets rid of it deep downfield. He's given it all he can got. And it's knocked away by Blunt. Incomplete. Michael Irvin's the intended target with 1:15 to go. Owens is back into the game after he sustained an earlier injury. Staubach looks his way but throws to Bryant over the middle. Not a 1st down, but certainly gives them a bit of breathing room. A gain of 7. Jack Ham with the tackle. Staubach guns it downfield. He's got a man out there, but it's a bit overthrown right off of the fingertips of Owens. And now, before they can think 1st down or touchdown, they got to be thinking 1st down, and they're going to bring in a couple of tight ends. In fact, they're going to pitch it to Smith. What are they doing? And Donnie Shell was all over it. The Steelers take over. Fittingly, the defense is known for years and years with this franchise, and the defense makes the play to win the game. But that play call was just perplexing. That'll do it from beautiful Heinz Field. What a football game we had here today, and the all-time Steelers win it by the final score of 27-23.